First of all, people basically know this already, and they made it so I have to bring this up to explain what's going on. When you're the type of guy that has heart, has a moral passion, moral, mental, spiritual, romantic passion, and you truly love women, okay, and they're changing your voice to cover up that sound of love in your voice, to cover up that natural African kind of beautiful sound that's been refined by my Royal African Falcon martial arts, okay? And these are the type of guys who are like, oh my gosh, like the guy in the news, you know, he does a pretty good job, so on and so forth. And using an example is what comes to mind. Nothing against this guy, okay? Basically. Where he goes, oh yes, yes, oh yes, and then Donald Trump. And they start acting like this, right? You see what I'm saying? And that's who they are. That's the path they've chosen. They've chosen to be in the repetition of that and to relate to people as that person. It's more than just a news character. It is a common liberal way of speaking. Now that's you. That's what you chose to do. To some degree, that's your nature. But it's wrong for you to pretend that it is superior to moral passion and the rejection of conformity. Okay, so guys like that, I'm going to have to illustrate it to some degree. Okay, again, no offense, this point has to be made. He's like, oh yeah, you like that, honey? Oh, let's want to change positions. Okay, that's not the same as truly making love. And I don't think you people truly understand how I'm right, how so right I am to explain to you that it is profoundly insulting to be shunned by women for guys like that. To be shunned by the most attractive women while they tell me to settle. You think the most attractive women should date some e-bird ass motherfuckers? Some geek ass bitches? While the only guy doing the right thing who would truly make love to him is shunned? You think that living 60 years with a guy like that is preferred to 60 days with me being persecuted and then being screened out? And you are severely mentally. Why not rewrite the story of Romeo and Juliet? And she anticipates that she's going to die, or that this relationship is trouble, and it's a possibility. And she whores herself to a bunch of geek ass computer nerds. You see how wrong they are, and how they're forging that bitch instead of admitting they're wrong and submitting themselves to my leadership to be made people more like me. I am going to say that you're better off being like the Royal African Falcon top martial arts who goes far beyond Martin Luther King, romantically, spiritually, mentally, morally. And it has to be said. How much more should I say it myself when no one else will say it because they're too fucking evil, childish, and petty? It is humility to declare my moral supremacy when I know no one is going to obey God through me and they're just going to persecute me more. It is not humility to take on a new ego and to pretend to be humble to some degree and fucking try to enjoy my life in this world the way you worldly worms are. Think about it.